in this video I will be teaching you how to set up Indian stick insect enclosures, well, egg enclosures, to make sure they hatch properly, and how to nurse baby stick insects after they're born. These guys, they were born on the 23rd of October at 9 o'clock. Came out the eggs. There's one there and one there. So, starting off with the eggs. So, you want to put a stick in it with some leaves on, cause privet leaves, ivy leaves, bramble leaves, that's just what they eat. And then you put paper towels in the bottom, put the eggs on top, and then you want to wet the paper towels and the eggs. And then you can put your leaf in, so when they hatch, they need food immediately, so they'll eat the leaves before you spot them. And then you can just put a lid on it to make sure they don't escape after. And that's how you do that. You can also, this is just Indian stick insects, by the way. There is other insects that do this, but some of them need soil to be born in. Next, we're going to learn how to nurse for like newborn baby Indian stick insects. So, that's one there. Next to my finger, it is tiny. It is about 1 centimetre, so you don't need a huge cage. I'm just using a food container. Yeah, so that's just an old leaf that I changed out. Here's one here. So, and there's one there. So, what you're just going to need a normal food container tub, like that one too, just a food container tub or anything. That's like the size of your hand, basically. So, you're going to need to get the tub, and you're going to need to light mist. So, can you see that little drop right there? That's too big. They can drown in that easily. And also, just a reminder, if you're a first timer, if you see that a stick insect's head, like full head in the water, they won't drown. They breathe through the sides of the bodies. So, like, in between, like the two, so the set of two back legs, if you can see them there, yeah, that's where they breathe from. So if you see the head in the water, don't worry. If the full body's in the water, then you've got to worry. So what I do, because I have a really strong mist like spray, I put it here, and I put it about this far away and spray, because it's so strong, it makes tiny little dots, like tiny ones that they can drink out of. You should do this 3 times a day. That's all. So after you've done that, you get fresh leaves so if you get leaves on a Monday, you have to get more on a Wednesday, because they have to be fresh, the baby ones. I've got big stick insects in that one. They're like 7, 8 month old. I think you can see one. Yeah, that little stick in the background. So, but the tiny these ones, I'll show you the big ones after. But, so what you're doing, you're just putting this in, the leaves in, and then you're putting the stick insects in. The stick insects need the tiniest misting just to keep cool. So you need to mist the tank 3 times a day with the stick insects in it. So you'd stand about this far away, I'd say, and you'd mist them with a strong mister. If it's a light mister that only does tiny dots, then be my guest, do it as close as you want. But to make sure they don't die, just do it from a bit far away, to make sure it don't hit them too strong. So, now you've done that, we'll go over this again. So, eggs, damp paper towel, leaves, and the eggs, yeah? Make sure you're checking these every day as well. Unless your stick insects have laid them, like me, I'm a breeder. So, unless your stick insect has just laid them, that's good. So you don't have to watch them for about 3 months, 2 months. Well, after 2 months of them just being sat there, then you got to start checking on them every day. These guys, I think they've been in there, I don't know how long, about a day or something. They've been there for about a day. So they've been in that tub for about a day. I've got another tub down there, but them eggs are just like, so if you get a couple eggs that have got a mould on them, yeah, you want to like get as much of the mould off the eggs just by like rubbing them, and then put them in a different container, because you don't want mould spreading through that one, because then that'll kill all the eggs. Them ones, they might survive, depending on what the circumstances are. So, there's a stick insect. See if we can find another one. Oh well, we can't find another one. It's in there somewhere, because it's not climbed out, because you'll be able to see it on my white bed. So now, let's check out the big stick insects. So this is a huge enclosure. I've only got 2 insects in here right now. Oh, one's just on the ceiling and one's on the wall there. So these ones, they will grow to about 10 centimetres, by the way. And also, females do not need a male to lay eggs that hatch. This one and the other one up there too. Yeah. They are both females. You cannot tell until they start laying eggs, but they are both females. So, if there's a male involved, then it'll be completely different. The stick insect will look different. But if it's a straight female, like just a female, they like reproduce asexually, so they already have fertile eggs. If it's just a female that lays them though, they will be the exact copy of its mother when it grows. So that one will look the exact same down to the last atom, like of them ones. So if I can find the other one, I'll show you again. Yeah, but so that's all I've got to say really. It's just a quick guide on how to nurture your stick insects. We'll close this back up to make sure they don't escape. See you, well, next time.